While I'd love to just focus tonight on the exciting challenge of raising funds to create a beautiful new playground for the children we care for in our Early Childhood Development Center, instead, I need to talk to you about a far more critical issue. I need to talk to you about the growing mental health crisis in this country and CFA's work to continue to care for an ever-increasing number of children and youth in really desperate situations with ever-dwindling state and federal resources.
And since the COVID pandemic, we've seen a real crisis in our behavioral health need in our community. That pandemic really disrupted people's daily lives and their attachments and created a lot of trauma for people that has a long-lasting impact. As a result, we've seen a great surge of referrals for mental health services, really more than we can meet the need of.
It does feel like the acuity of cases that come in has risen. I think there's a lot of anxiety. We see a lot of depression, some suicidality. And I think substance use as well has become more prevalent issue as well.
Looking at community-wide, statewide, nationwide, we know there's a rise of mental health need with our youth and our children and our families. And we see that every day here at CFA. And the acuity of cases, I think, is really risen.
CFA has a $22 million annual operating budget, and this year we have been able to present a balanced budget to our board for approval. That didn't come without some really painful and difficult decisions. We were forced to eliminate some leadership positions and leave some leadership positions vacant in order that we could focus all of our resources on our service delivery and ensuring that we wouldn't leave a child or a youth uncovered by CFA in their time of need.
We have extensive waiting lists, and we do everything we can innovatively to meet that need, but it's just vast. So CFA has done everything it can to provide that extra wraparound services to our neediest clients, but it is really challenging to meet the severity and quantity of the need that is in our community right now.
Clearly, in this environment that we're operating today, economically, both from the state and the federal level, we're impacted in terms of our ability to properly fund all of our operations.
CFA's Urgent Crisis Center has been open for 2 years. In that time, it served 700 youth in desperate need of immediate mental health care. 97% of those youth have been able to return to the community rather than going to the emergency department or seeking a higher level of care.
State gave us $2.6 million to open that facility, something that's clearly needed in our New London area. And yet they failed to provide any further funding after the fact. So here we have this nice, wonderful facility, but how do we fund the activity of the operation?
Especially in this past year, we've had some curveballs thrown at us with both state and federal funding. And at this time, the endowment is what has been our saving grace. Annually,
we pull by board discretion about 4% of the income from that endowment, and that's helped to bridge the gap. Further, it's important to note that while we continue to provide the services that we have historically, this does not begin to take care of the ever-growing need within our community to reach out and help more people in need.
Our goal is to let that fund grow into the future and to have it there for the difficult times as we've had in this past year and past several years.
I'm impressed always that Child and Family does not rest on its laurels. It has continued to expand its services in the community, whether it's provision of additional clinics for mental health or additional school-based health center openings in additional towns. But to do this, I really would like to help get the message out to the community that this wonderful work that they do depends on essential resources. As a not-for-profit agency, so many other possible sources of funding are not only needed, but would do a great service to the community as well as their own missions if they work with Child and Family to help provide the financial as well as political and other support needed to continue this job.
It makes me feel really hopeful for the future for the field of mental health, because I think the conversation is out, people are talking about it, people are aware of it. The stigma is really decreased since previous years, so kids are feeling more comfortable reaching out for help, families are more comfortable reaching out for support, and I think we really see that in the increased engagement and the number of referrals we receive as well.
People have such potential, and we want them to be able to positively cope so that they can maximize that potential and live happy lives.
Those who are generous enough to contribute to us are helping not only those people we serve today, but the way I look at it, are helping our cities, our towns, our community, our state, if you will, our United States, and we appreciate that help.
Being here with all of you tonight is another reason why we're filled with hope for CFA's future. We appreciate that all of you are here with us tonight because you're as committed to advancing individual and community health as we are at CFA, and together we can make it happen. Thank you.